What's up, guys? It's your boy Alex, and my voice just cracked there. Oh gosh, that phlegm kicks in every single time. But anyway, it's your boy Alex. Welcome back to another reaction video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing something really special. So this was another request got by my good buddy Storm Shadow. They wanted me to react to. I got confused on the title of the video that they wanted me to react to, but I think I might have actually found the right one when I searched it. I don't know if it actually is the right one, but we'll see what happens. So today's video, we're taking a look at something called Film Theory. Now, I don't know if it's a parody channel for game theory or if it's like, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but we're basically reacting to that. Now, it's actually this is actually something on the Ninja Turtles, actually. I'm confused as you're probably just as confused as I was, but let's not waste any time and let's jump into the video. And again, hopefully I got the right video. All right, here we go. Now, again, I'm hoping I got the right video for this. I'm not exactly sure.
This determined little rodent served as a symbol of many things to many different people. Some saw themselves struggling with dreams.
Oh, okay, that's a little dark.
Others saw a reminder of how gross New York City's subway is. And for the nerds of the world,
to be fair, you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. Also, yeah, the voice apparently is Matt Pat. Okay. Loving the intro. Loving the intro music there. So I'm guessing this is like a secondary channel of his where he talks about movies and maybe just TV shows as well. I'm not exactly sure.
Welcome.
But with the name like Film Theory.
It's not game theory, it's film theory. First time I've screwed it up. Hello, Internet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I wonder actually how many times it took him to actually say the name right. You always gotta love those, like, there's gotta be, like, you know, a blooper compilation of him, like, messing up the title of his video. I've done that, like, multiple times, and I don't have a blooper collection. If I ever end up, like, doing one for, like, when I'm doing a video, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a blooper. I'm not gonna make it. Like, I'll probably add it into videos or something. I don't know.
People, radioactive isotopes, and kids movies all in a single episode. Don't believe me? Challenge accepted. And so it goes. Another go around with everyone's favorite radiation-infused superhero. No, the other one. No, the other.
Okay.
Who is that? Okay, let me be more specific.
Oh, come on, dude.
Superhero who was doused with radioactive chemicals. Ah, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, okay? Though it is worth
okay.
Originally meant to be a parody of Daredevil, the Devil of Hell's Kitchen.
I have never heard anyone make that comparison to those two, like, different characters. Ninja Turtles and... Well, okay, I guess that kind of makes sense when you think about it, because from the comics, Daredevil was hit with radiation, like, you know, toxic waste, and that caused him to go blind, but that also enhanced his senses. To be fair, like, toxic waste and radiation, they're two very different things, but they somehow have the same weird comparison abilities. I'm getting already confused. My brain is going to explode from so much confusion about that, but anyway, again, never heard anyone make that comparison to the two characters. I don't even think it's, like, even a big, like, comparison. It's very random when you think about it. I don't know. That's just, like, when I heard that, it just, like, confused me for a second.
To protect the kitchen. I can totally
oh,
see
you've
the
got to be kidding
resemblance
me. Oh, my gosh.
Cartoons, live-action movies, action figures, and breakfast cereals.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing has been able to stop it, not even Megan Fox's acting. And yet, I have a confession. In all that time,
I'm assuming that's what we're going to talk about in this video. The Bay films.
One day. This longevity is doubly impressive when you consider that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has to be one of the weirdest, most far-fetched concepts ever. I mean, really, sit there and think about it. 4 giant mutated turtles raised by a super intelligent rat in the sewers under New York City become pizza-loving, crime-fighting ninjutsu masters who befriend one of New York City's most noteworthy television reporters, who just so happens to be totally cool keeping the biggest news story ever a complete secret. Seriously, April O'Neil. Where is your journalistic integrity?
Calm down, Matt Pat. Relax.
Super mutants, animals that can talk. talk, the existence of aliens, a ninja crime syndicate run by a cheese grater. Take your pick.
Must
Anyway,
be
the
not
Big
like
Bad Batman
newsworthy when you
sci-fi
think about
market
it.
desperately wants the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Ew.
Turtles to be real. So today we're gonna explore how it's possible.
This honestly kind of get me confusing how they're going to prove in this video that the Ninja Turtles could possibly exist. To be fair, the two things that already like confirmed that like maybe it will work, but then again, the second thing is of course, you know, radiation, toxic waste, and that could actually kill turtles. It's not what people think when it comes to radiation, but yeah, also I just had to deal with a message while I was editing through this.
Let's all take a breath for a second. To address question 1, no, I'm not off my
Why is he moving like stop motion? That's
And
weird.
number 2, no, of course, I'm not claiming that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are real. Obviously, this whole universe
Oh,
is
good
not as fictional
lord.
as it gets. Is there a nunchuck-wielding terrapin who's gonna save you from being mugged while using 80s slang in downtown Manhattan? Sadly, no.
Radical
Mutated
dude.
eating turtles beneath the city. Cowabunga, we're gonna find out. Did I do it right? No? One day.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, you'll try. You're still trying, bud.
Possible that turtles like the ones we see in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles could be in New York City. This one's easy. Yes. According to the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book series, specifically Volume 2, Issue number 18, the Ninja Turtles are of the red-eared slider species.
Oh.
In the wake of the first TMNT
Okay.
movie released in 1990, England was flooded with so many red-eared sliders as pets for children that they became an
Wow.
invasive species that clogged up the waterways. So yeah, in an ironic twist, the creation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually increased the likelihood that the Teenage Mutant Ninja
gosh.
Turtles could exist. And that, my friends...
Oh, that's sad.
Now, to an outsider, it might seem like the only place in New York City that you're gonna find a turtle is in a zoo or at the bottom of a suspicious bowl of soup. But in fact, there are
Oh,
red-eared
gosh.
sliders living wild in the middle of Manhattan. Within Central Park, there's a large pond where turtles congregate that is plainly named...
I mean, to be fair, that also makes sense more that you can find certain turtles like that in ponds.
The most numerous of which is none other than the red-eared slider.
I think it's also they're in lakes too.
Buy 1 week and flush the next. These little guys can live between 50 and
And
70
again, that's-
years, so there are bound to be some teenage.
That's surprisingly nice.
That one off the list.
But then again, technically that wouldn't mean then the turtles would be teenagers.
Can you find them in the sewer system? Again, it's an easy yes. The Associated Press reported in 1990 that turtles are commonly found in New York sewers, with some large ones
Jeez.
up to 50 pounds in weight. Now, some of you might argue that in each of the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies, we've seen the turtles and Splinter living in fairly spacious underground dwellings, and that nothing like that would even be possible in the
Plus the
sewer
fact,
system.
like,
But
between
most of the
movies, it
suggests that
kinda
there was somewhere
changes
else underground.
from just
In the
being
first
your
live-action
typical, like,
Teenage
sewer
Mutant
to,
Ninja
like,
April O'Neil
almost kind of like a
described
weird
the
underground
subway
sewer
tunnel,
subway train station hybrid
Now
place.
Back to the turtles' hideout. But interestingly, he gets there by going down the subway tunnel. And while we see the turtles,
I mean, again, it makes sense, like, when you think it could just be, like, there's a manhole that leads to the sewer underneath the subway.
Instead, it would make more sense for them to be around an abandoned train tunnel. These tunnels are going to make much better living quarters, much less susceptible to flooding, and much less likely to reek of poop. And there's plenty of proof that people can survive in the abandoned train tunnels under New York. One of the best pieces of evidence would be the 2000 documentary Dark Days,
Oh.
which shows an entire underground community for the homeless in an abandoned train tunnel. It's sequestered, it's roomy, and it can even get electricity sometimes. And it's not like this is a unique
That
thing,
is
either. There
definitely
are
a scary
literally
thought to
dozens
think
of
about.
unused underground tunnels and
Like,
train
seeing
stations
people
sprinkled
down
throughout
that
New
live in the
York City.
subways or
Therefore,
in
it's
sewers,
possible that
that's-
the Teenage Mutant Ninja
that's
Turtles
sad
are
also.
a
That's really, really
secret hideout
sad.
that not only fits their needs, but keeps them in the shadows. You know, since the new movie is out of the shadows. Anyway, at this point, we've got teenage.
Yeah, I
turtles
think we
from
get
both
it.
species
Oh, good
living
lord.
in New York. But now for the question that thousands of middle schoolers have asked for ages: can a turtle eat pizza? Yes. Red-eared sliders are omnivorous.
I mean, it is kind of proved.
Cowabunga. Is that right? One day.
Though I kind of wondered, like,
So we
I
have
thought
teenage
turtles were
turtles in the
always
New York
just
sewers who eat
herbivores.
pizza. What's left? Well, mutants and ninja. And since we can't have them learning ninjutsu until they're walking on 2 legs and wielding a bow,
Yeah.
let's look at the mutant.
You know, it's actually pretty obvious with, like, the title in there, with the mutant title in there. Again, with radiation, but again, toxic waste and radiation are going to kill animals. They're not going to turn them into mutants. unless there's a post-apocalyptic situation where that happens and they do create toxic waste that does mutate things into different, like, mutations and all that. Ninja part, well, we've seen turtles could have some pretty crazy moves, so we don't know for sure if real turtles could ever learn martial arts. You never know unless you try. Don't really try, though. Don't actually try to show a turtle martial arts. I feel like they wouldn't be able to coordinate moves that well, but still, you never know. You never know with certain species of turtles.
Mutant part of the equation. So what do we know about the mutations that the fictional turtles experience? We get a fairly clear explanation in the second feature film, The Secret of the Ooze. Here's what Professor Perry says about the TGRI ooze that caused the turtles to mutate.
An unknown mixture of discarded chemicals was accidentally exposed to a series of radiated waves, and the resulting ooze, as you put it, was found to have remarkable but dangerous mutagenic properties.
All right, I'll forgive the fact that Dr.
Plus, I think in the next mutation series, they also just say, yeah, it just changes, like, the code around. Or no, they say that in the Bay movies, that, like, it changes their DNA ancestry code. Sorry, I had to pause it, like, real quick. But yeah, it just, like, it's really confusing with those movies because it says, like, yeah, it brings out their ancestral animal DNA along with the mutagen or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry for the accidental pause, but I needed to say that.
There have been numerous reports
Oh
of
boy.
strange wildlife in the waters off the coast. For example, here's a picture of a regular wolffish, and now compare it to the picture of this giant mutated wolffish caught off the coast
Damn.
in 2015. Ah, kill it!
Yeah.
Burn, you demon
Though
song!
that photo feels like it's photoshopped or it's from a movie.
Now, some might claim that it's hard to
Doesn't the fish look weirdly CGI in some weird way?
product of mutation caused by radioactive material.
Then again, it is possibility with, like, nuclear plants and stuff like that, which sometimes their radiation can leak into the ocean, and yeah.
But still, it's not like there's some source of nuclear radiation leaking into New York City's sewer system, right? I mean, who would be dumb enough to place a nuclear power plant just a few miles away from the most densely
I just can't stop imagining Mr. Burns, like, not really accepting the blame for his radiation, like, getting into the waters. If you know what I mean. I had to pop my neck, sorry.
Manhattan and opened its doors in 1974. Well, there haven't been any major disasters at Indian Point in its 40-year history. In early 2016, yeah, this year, it was reported that radioactive material from Indian Point was leaking into the groundwater at a greatly accelerated rate. How much more radiation than normal, you ask? 80% across the board. And one well in particular showed a 65,000% increase. And the most prominent contaminant...
That doesn't feel like a real percentage.
That's known to cause mutation. So much for green energy, unless you like your energy green because it's glowing from radioactivity. Am I right? Badoom-ching. So how much would this affect?
I don't know about that, but...
Upstream of Gotham, right on the banks of the Hudson River. The same Hudson River that flows to the west of the Bronx and Manhattan. Looks like the bodies of mafia informants aren't the only thing polluting the Hudson these days. Badoom-ching again. If those elevated levels of
I
radiation...
mean, if it leaked into that part of the ocean and there's people there, it probably should mutate them as well, or...
That waste could end
Nope,
up
I'm not even gonna say it.
including in the sewers beneath Manhattan for a few red-eared sliders fresh out of Central Park. Still, I know this all sounds ridiculous. I mean, sure, the Indian Point Energy Center opened up in the mid-1970s, which is exactly the right time since the first live-action movie was released in 1990, and in it, Splinter says that the turtle...
And then again, I'm sure that's
gold. Weird.
kind of a coincidence when you think about
I
it.
mean, if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were really real, we'd expect to see a sharp drop-off in violent crime in New York City starting around 1990. And what? What's that? That's exactly what's happened? Cowabunga. Bunga. But hey...
Okay, that's a
just
big old
theory.
coincidence.
A film
Yeah, I
theory.
figured as much. You were gonna do that. Nicely done, Matt Pat. All right, there you have it, guys. That was my reaction to Matt Pat's film theory on the Ninja Turtles, if they could possibly live in New York. Well, we got, like, you know, we got, like, 1 out of the 4 things in the title. Or, sorry, 5 things in the title, because, like, no, wait, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sorry, yeah, it's 4. I miscounted there for a second. Mutant and the Turtles thing could be a possibility, but again, when it comes to radiation and toxic waste, that could more or less, affect the turtles badly and, hurt and kill them. But, it's not something to look into. It's not something to try and do yourself, because that would be horrible. That would be horrible. I will say, it's definitely funny watching MatPat in these videos. I was surprised that this was a MatPat video. I thought that it was a completely different channel, but hey, glad he's doing a second thing on his YouTube channel, more or less now, after his game theory series. But anyway, if there's any other film theories you guys want me to react to, let me know in the comment section down below. With that being said, thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell to never miss a video. And with that, I'm going to clear my throat there again. And with that, I will see all you awesome guys and gals later. Bye-bye!